Yeah.
Episode 4.
With Cedric.
Yep. And Robert. Lewis is this same day, by the way.
Lewis is throwing that neck for some money.
Yeah. He's throwing it back for a real one currently.
Yeah. Throwing it in a circle.
Throw that shit in a circle. Throw it back for a real one.
For the one time.
Yeah, Spooki Boiz. What do we got in the topics today, man?
We started to kind of like hash into the world of
weird drug stories.
Oh yeah, of course, because there's an infinite number of those when you're dysfunctional enough. There was one that stood out to me in particular. We were trying to get DMT. And I've only seen it one other time, and I've also seen and heard of many variants of it. But when I saw it, it looked like little flakes. It looked like fucking the shit that, I don't know, builds up behind your teeth, and then like it gets caught in your throat, and then you cough it out. It was like plaque. It smelled like old people and mothballs. It was like some weird shit, but the guy was just this will get you twisted.
It was you, Lewis, and Zach.
Yep. Oh yeah, and
our buddy Zach, who I want to try and get on the podcast because I haven't seen him in a long fucking time. And if he's listening to this, then fuck you, dude. Come on the podcast.
Yeah. This is a summoning.
So he saw it on Joe Rogan. He was like, dude, I want to do it. Change your life, man.
Joe Rogan forever.
Joe Rogan, I got tattoos of the DMT on me.
Ooh. But, okay, so we meet another musician because this started off as a musical adventure because my buddy Lewis just profiled these two dudes. And we were just in the gas station. He's like, hey, dude, I bet they can get us weed. And I was just like, dude, don't assume that because you look like a fucking homeless man. And he's like, bro, fuck you. And then he just like, hey, you guys know how to score some bud? Of course they did. And so they come back over, though, and one of them sees the drum set, and he's like, oh, bro, I get down. I actually play a little. And he had, like, a little two-step flow with him. Like, he actually understood what we were getting at.
Nice.
But, of course, it all just ultimately went back to some stank dank. And after we ran out of that, we were just like, all right, well, now what do you guys want to do? He's like, bro, I know we're going to get some DMT. So him and Lewis leave for, like, 2.5 hours. And, like, they finally come back, and they just have this little pill full of, like, this green powder. Don't do drugs, especially when you don't know what it is. And it looked like fucking crushed oregano. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that? That doesn't look like skin flakes. And they're just like, man, we just saw some crazy shit. Lewis looked like he was shooken up and disgruntled, like he was about to, like, cry or had a good cry.
Yeah.
And then they said that they witnessed, like, a drive-by shooting. Again, I don't know the full details.
I know
of
where
this.
it was.
So
it was
deceased,
you know, by the Save-A-Lot?
Yeah.
On 4th Street?
Robert, disclaimer, we don't know where it happened. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
It was down the street from that.
Yep. And I don't know what happened.
River Rouge.
Yep. I don't know what happened after that, but fucking...
It was like we saw fucking some guys run up and fucking shoot the guy on the street and then fucking run away.
All of us impatiently and insensitively still said, well, damn, that sounds like that didn't take that much time. Like, where you been? They're like, oh, and then we had to go wait forever at, like, some door, you know, just some weird, sketchy situation. Yeah. And so, like, we're looking at this powder shit now at this point. We're just like, all right, how are we going to smoke this fucking keef? So we can... we got fucked over. I'm pissed. Let's try and smoke it. Whatever. And,
you guys tried smoking it like crack?
Yeah, we tried smoking it like crack. We put it in a light bulb that we broke the fucking... the base part off. And then we put,
salt
like, salt inside of it to fucking get that, like, chemical shit out of there. And, I think, I forgot what happened. I don't think we knew what to do after that.
I think you guys did smoke it. Like, you guys told me that you smoked it, and then nothing happened.
Yeah, dude. I just don't know what it was. I don't know what it was supposed to do. It just kind of, like, fucking, like, we held the flame underneath and, like, let it, just, like, the smoke come in your face. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just dumb. It didn't fucking do anything because it wasn't what it was. and then like again out of nowhere, this man just vanished.
Yeah.
Like he shaved his head and he was like, "Yeah, man, I had to get rid of my one dread because he had one dread." That's a fucking
That's
sign.
a recurring
That is
thing.
a sign and a reoccurring thing that if you have one dreadlock, you're probably about the weird drugs.
Yeah. You ever seen the dudes with like the weird one dreadlock that goes like halfway down their fucking head?
Dude, it's same breed, dude. Same.
I hate it. It's like a big turd.
Yeah, dude, just like that real thick boy.
Yeah.
It's like they had a ponytail in, or someone did like the dumb ponytail, like the little like Indian braid situation.
Yeah.
And then they left it in for like 12 years and didn't shower. Or however you get dreadlocks. I imagine you still have to shower a little, but.
There's like a thing. I think there is dry shampoo that you can just rub in and like it cleans it.
Yeah.
Something.
You can do that, or they have like this weird like oils and shit. But
Yeah.
there's ways to keep up with it. But
Rub cocoa butter in it. Some
dude, if
weird
I had
shit.
dreadlocks, I'd look like a Colombian drug lord. That'd be badass.
Yeah. Do it, dude. Get cornrows.
I would look like the fucking kid from Shameless.
Yeah. Get a grill. Start slinging.
Oh, dude, I'll be fucking riffraff.
Be shown on one of those fucking World Star fight videos.
Oh, dude, want the sleeper cam, fucking you get that 2-piece combo, and then
At a gas station.
and then they're just like they're still fighting in their head, dude.
I remember that fucking we joke about that shit all the time, but where did we see? We saw it in like some fucking video where it was like fights gone wild or some wacky dumb shit. And it was me, you, and Dan, and it's our friend Dan, by the way, and our other buddy Brandon, and we were watching some like dumb fucking internet videos where this guy got knocked the fuck out, and he hit the ground hard. And the guy, like, dropped his fucking knee on his neck or some shit.
Yeah, and then just
he
started,
was,
like, still hitting him in the face, dude.
And he was just going, like, And, like, I just couldn't watch it. I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, dude, it's rough because, like, that's your brain, like, responding to all that trauma. It's like,
Yeah.
those are the signs that you're probably about to die if you keep getting hit. Like, you can't even breathe normal anymore, let alone, like, utter a sentence.
Dude, all those videos are fucking weird. Like, if you get hit in a specific part of your head, like, depending on what your durability is as a person, you could die instantly.
Oh, yeah, and that's why people say about the glass jaw thing, too. Like, a lot of people, they haven't really been hit in the face that hard ever, so the first time, like, someone checks them, doesn't matter how big they are, they still, like, they just sort of smack the ground.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, some people are glass cannons.
Yeah.
Fucking, all those fight videos are dumb as shit. I remember when YouTube first came out, and we were like...
That's what it was, dude. When we first, like, got into YouTube, that's the shit you watched.
All the hoodlums would, like, gather around a computer. It'd be, like... Of course, it'd be our buddy Mikey. Would be one of the people that would, like, turn the shit on.
Yep.
And we would just watch the shit for fucking hours.
Yeah.
And, like, this... Even before I met this friend group, it'd be like me and my family, or my sister, my like cousins or whatever, sitting around like a TV sitting around like a computer screen or a TV watching this shit, and it'd be like, just fucking like grown ass adults just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, dude, and everyone's just like, yeah, this is what's up.
And all the Kimbo videos, all the Kimbo Slice.
I felt like it brought another. It was another form of, like, unity, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you could gather up a group of people and just watch some dumb shit on the fucking internet.
Live vicariously through the shit on the TV.
Yeah.
And feel like you're fucking badass because some guy just knocked out some other guy.
I really do feel like when, like, people started watching YouTube more and just, like, videos on the internet. Like, I remember when I was a fucking senior on my way out and I was in a class full of, like, freshmen. They didn't know what, there's a video online where a guy is doing a flip with a said woman, and it's very acrobatic.
Oh.
And it's has a very suggestive title. We're just going to say that. That's not safe for work. But man, something about that maneuver, it was just like awe-inspiring. I showed these 9th graders and it blew their mind. They probably showed 20 more people. did a service that day.
It's called, I'm not going to say it, dude. The flip video.
Yeah, we're going to call it the flip.
Yeah.
You can piece it together yourself.
Have you ever seen balls and ass dick in a pussy? You ever seen that?
No, what is that?
It's so good. It's like this dude fucking, he's fucking some lady and he like puts it inside of her. And he's like, I'm gonna fit my balls up in here too. And his like friends are encouraging him. They're like giving him some suggestions on how to do it and stuff, like the camera crew. And he finally gets it in. And he's like, balls and ass, dick in a pussy. And he's like, booyah. And just his friends are like encouraging him. And like he's like, booyah. It's so fucking good.
What the fuck, man?
Weird internet shit, man. I love weird internet shit.
Dude, it just reminds me of like, even like E Fucked.
Yeah.
Watching that stupid shit. Just like watching like the porn star like bloopers or like the...
trolling of wannabe porn stars.
Yeah, that one.
And it's just like... It's clearly a website where they do really rough shit. Like crazy rough shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with like degradation and stuff. Like breaking someone down. Like, you know, that type of shit. And the fucking guy behind the camera would just roast the shit out of him.
Yep.
Like there was a girl with like a gap in her teeth. And he was like, "Oh, you look like Predator." He was like, "You know how I can tell you're from Alabama? Just smile."
They're pulling like at her cheeks and making like pit bull noises.
Yeah. There was like some bigger lady on there, and he was like, "You know what? You're doing pretty well for yourself. You should be proud." And then he just, the video just cut away.
It's just very insensitive, bad things.
It's pretty fucked up.
It's pretty fucking funny, just at the weird monotone he's saying shit.
Yeah. The delivery of this shit is so good, because it's like, fuck, man, you can't say that.
And they're already like kind of like doing something like
pretty like
dignifying,
yeah.
and like then you're just like beating up their psyche too, and it's just like it's rough. But if you got a taste for the, I don't know, for the bad,
go to get fucked.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl porn.
We'll call it unconventional, and we'll leave it at that.
Remember the pterodactyl porn?
Pterodactyl porn. What the fuck is that?
It's the one where the dude is like wearing the it's like two guys banging a girl, and one of them was wearing like both of them are wearing pterodactyl suits, and they're going like flapping their wings and shit.
No, I've never fucking seen that before.
It's wonderful. Like, oh my god, I love all the dumb shit. You ever seen the porn bloopers stuff?
Like
it's like a compilation of like porn.
Yeah. That's the one where like dudes are like Devil's Three Way, of course, and then like one would come on the other one, and then it would just be like, bro, what the fuck? Like just some reaction like that.
And he was like, the dude was coming, and he thought that he was on the girl, and the other dude's face was behind her, so he's like, the cum is just. This is disgusting, by the way. This is disgusting. It's on the dude's face, and he's like, "No!
How do you bounce back from that, dude?
You quit.
I can't work with them anymore.
Yeah.
This isn't for me."
And there was the other one with a similar premise, and I think the dude accidentally got the fucking cameraman in the face. The cameraman wasn't anywhere near him, and he like... Dude, that's kind of impressive.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's like a fucking distance.
Yeah.
That's a record right there.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Sore. Ring.
You remember any weird internet shit?
Damn, dude. I'm not gonna lie. My internet shit was just everything dumb and like mainstream, like, you know, like fucking 2 kids in a sandbox,
Ah.
2 girls, 1 cup, all that shock value shit.
I want to see how you sound.
That was rough.
Remember,
sounding is putting things in your pee hole.
Oh, you didn't have to explain it.
Some people don't know. I didn't.
It was like the same site, and there was the Church of Fudge. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that one, dude.
And it's like a priest. It's like these two. It's a nun and a priest, and they're like speaking German. Oh, yes.
They tend to give it a backstory, though.
And the dude fucking like bends over, and she's like eating his butt, and then he like starts farting, and then he just shits on her face.
Like a lot. So like just like a weird amount of poop. Imagine if you had a logger. Now imagine if you put a logger on someone.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just like a lot of shit, dude.
It's too much. They were just like. I think that's basically where it ended. She just had a pile of shit on her face.
Yeah, and just a mouthful. Whoa! And she tries to say something inaudible, and they just like, and I think they have like
subtitles, inaudible noise.
Yeah, fucking. And they just roll credits after that.
Yeah, pretty much. That was.
Oh shit! What else? Like, I know there's a couple like really just fucking weird ones. Everything else was just more like gruesome shit. Like, wasn't necessarily like funny anymore, but it was still like kind of like the guys in the screwdriver thing.
Oh yeah, no, that was like a legit murder.
No, yeah, it's like fucked up shit like that.
Those
like
were serial killers that filmed that.
Back
shit.
in our day, that was like shit to show like your friends.
Dude, like
it's fucked up, but like
we would show each other like it would just be like poop stuff or pee stuff or weird sex stuff, and it was to the most extent it was harmless.
Yeah.
So all that shit was like consensual weird shit, right? And then, you know, like we'd watch Meat Spin or some shit, but and then like we like started to go to like gore sites and shit, and it was just uncomfortable.
Yeah, dude, that shit's
not us specifically, but like
that was like
society.
everybody else. Yeah,
we started to like shift towards like gory shit.
Everyone out of nowhere just became like, "Hey, you want to see a dead body?"
Yeah.
And even when you didn't like talk about watching those videos, you still watch those videos.
Yeah.
So when someone was talking about it, you'd be like, "Okay, cool, now I can talk about it."
There was that guys in a screwdriver video, 2 guys in a screwdriver, and it's like it was some kid's like fucking grandpa that like went out on a walk, and they fucking found him and like hit him on the head with a hammer and like fucking murdered him with a screwdriver and was like filming it.
He wasn't even like a homeless dude. He was just like an old dude.
Yeah, he was just like an old guy. It's fucked up. There's like an entire case on it on like you can watch.
Yeah, I don't recommend that one.
Videos. Yeah, it's awful. Like after I watched that for the first time because it was just like, haha, you know, like all these people on YouTube are uncomfortable. I bet I can get through it or whatever. I bet it's not even that bad because a lot of those videos wouldn't describe what it was. It would just be the reaction shit. That's what reaction videos were back in the day. It was just them fucking reacting to some weird or gross shit. And then I watched it and I was just like, wow, this is... I can't watch this. Like, this is fucking horrible. And I turned it off and I was...
really rough on the eyes.
I actually, like, Googled it and stuff just to see the information behind it. And it was just like, yeah, it was 2 serial killers in fucking Russia. And they're just, like, killing motherfuckers. It's horrible.
Of course, that's some weird, crazy Russian people shit.
Yeah. Well, that got dark.
I know, right? Bleak.
Bleak. Pretty bleak, man.
We're gonna get a little negative here and there in the podcast show, and we're also gonna talk about penis.
Penis.
Definitive things.
The pianists.
Pianist.
That made me feel really uncomfortable just telling that.
Yeah, I know, right? Because it was penis, but pianist at the same time.
Just gonna cut to you murdering me. Upload it on the internet. Jesus Christ. I saw some fucking, like, it's about to get dark again, but I saw some, like, fucking ISIS beheading video, and I was just like,
oh, no!
This isn't fun. I was like, it was like some thread on, and it was like some you laugh you lose shit, and somebody had posted that, and it was just I watched like 2 seconds of it thinking something like funny would happen or whatever. The dude just got fucking beheaded. And I was like, oh, this isn't. Oh, holy fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I reported that shit immediately. It's like legitimately illegal shit that homeboy posted. So
It's fucked up, dude. But like,
edgelords on the internet.
True. And on the internet, people can just anonymously like post stuff like that, even though it's most likely their videos.
There was one of our friends who used to post like constantly like gory shit on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And it was just bad. It was just really fucking bad. And it was just like car crashes of people like with fucked up arms or whatever, like their tissues hanging out, and it was like, ugh, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, those really rough car accidents where it's someone just underneath like a semi's wheel, and they're still like alive, just sitting there like their hands and upper body are doing shit, but the rest of their body is kind of McMashed.
I don't see what people get out of like posting that shit. Like, oh, we're gonna shock you with some crazy stuff.
Want me to fuck your day up real quick?
Yeah. So yeah, you did fuck my day up. What did you expect? And like people get pissed about it, and it's like, well, I mean, of course people are gonna get pissed off about it.
Dude, like the animal ones kill me too, dude.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Oh man.
So I love animals.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I'm very big fan of animals. I have a zoo.
Yeah. Let's get this shit out of let's get out of the dumps, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's not like make this so droll. Alright, what else is going on in the big world of today? Mood shift. I hate Stranger Things.
Yeah. I get the attitude behind it. It's like, oh,
like it's like, oh, we're gonna do a thing. Maybe.
I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut that entire section out, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I froze for like.
It's like,
oh.
All yours.
Oh.
Fucking.
I've been traveling down this road too long.
Oh.
What the fuck? Dude, I'm losing it.
Oh.
There was another thing that I was thinking about from that.
What?
I get that it's trying to be like, what's that Stephen King thing? Not It, but Stand By Me.
wait.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's trying to be like one of those like 80s movies, like Goonies or.
It's funny that you said Stand By Me though.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, that's a fucking funny comparison. Like, Stranger Things, you know, it's kind of like Stand By Me.
Just the fuck up. I fumbled for that.
Morgan Freeman telling this little boy why he's fucking seeing shit.
Yeah.
Well, son.
What are you talking about? Are you thinking of Shawshank Redemption?
No, dude. I thought we were talking about Stand By Me, the movie fucking... This is part of the pod show where I fuck up pop culture
references. Morgan Freeman isn't in that!
Fucking... I was thinking of what's the movie called? Dude, hold on.
The prison one?
No, not the prison one. But it's funny. I am thinking of the prison one.
Yeah, that's Shawshank Redemption, you dumbass.
Shawshank Redemption is exactly like Stranger Things. No, it's not. I'm just like...
Stand By Me is the one with like the little kids and they're trying to go see a dead body.
I thought that was like... Is that the school one too, though? No, dude, the ones with the... What the fuck are you talking about? The movie where they're going to see a dead body? Are we talking about...
That's Stand By Me.
Bro, I think you're right.
It's a Stephen King shit, and like they're like being chased by bullies or whatever the fuck.
I fucking forgot about this movie. Yeah, and then one of them like, did they get hit by a train or something? Yeah.
One of them gets hit by a train, and then they finally find the dead body, and then they just like kind of look at it and feel really uncomfortable, and then they just fucking leave.
Yep.
And that's the entire movie.
Yeah, and there's like it's all the journey though, dude.
Or no, one of them gets hit by the train and loses their legs or some shit.
Yep. And the only reason I know about any of that is Family Guy.
Yeah. Well, I knew about those movies before, but it never really entered my consciousness until Family Guy.
Dude, they open that show. It can get all the shade. Like anybody could say it's shitty
Earlier
now.
seasons are fine.
But man, oh man, that show just opened my eyes to pop culture.
Yeah.
But I feel like prior to watching that show, I wasn't even fucking alive. Like I didn't understand the fucking 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I didn't fucking understand any of that. And then I just started watching Family Guy, and I'm just like, okay, I feel like...
Well, my parents would have, like, Cartoon Network on fucking repeat for me.
Yeah.
They would always watch, like, older movies and shit. So I kind of had an understanding beforehand. And then, like, that's why I know, like, you guys don't really know about, like, the fucking Space Ghost shit.
No.
The 60s ones.
No.
And,
I have
like,
nothing of that.
Fucking Hanna-Barbera shit beforehand.
Even the irony of him having his own late night show.
What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
Fucking forgot.
We fumbled again.
Stranger Things. It's just so dry. Maybe I'm just not a fan of an hour-long format in a TV show. Like, if it's done right, okay, it's forgivable, but, like, it's just too long, dude.
23 to 25 minutes, a half hour, is a good enough block to have a good TV show.
And it gives your brain enough time to, like...
process shit.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's... I feel like it drags out the series longer, too, in a good way, though. It makes this long, like, series... All right, I only got 30 minutes to see some shit. Cool.
I think it's fine show. I get the aesthetic that they're going for. Like I fumbled for fucking 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Saying that, it's like...
Oh, look at me!
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, that is that. When you try to think of something to, like, come back at somebody with, and you're like, oh, look at me!
And then you just don't have anything planned, so you just...
do the head bob.
What?
Yeah, I did that to Dan. And I was like, oh, I'm Daniel, look at me!
And then
There was nothing. It was so fucking funny.
The longest silence of our friend group.
It felt uncomfortable long. Like, he was legitimately waiting for me to try to unleash some shit. And I just couldn't, dude.
And, I don't know. And I like the children actors that they picked, too. Like, for the first time in, like, a series, I feel like they were actually really solid.
I feel like it also interjected Dungeons and Dragons back into the mainstream for the first time in, like, a few years.
Oh, yeah. Like, for a while, like, no one talked about that. Even the whole setting of the show is kind of, like, weird and, like...
It's like the 80s.
Yeah.
Mid to late 80s or some shit, and they, like... I think it's really cool that they inserted that in there, but aside from that, like, I just don't give a fuck about the show.
Like, it just has a very, very slow climb that I just... By the time you finally get to the part where you got this weird interdimensional fucking phantom chasing you and
Doesn't she just, like, scream at it and it explodes, and that's how the first season ends?
Pretty much, like, because she's got, like, weird telekinetic powers because she's also a weird experiment. Because that's the whole point of the show is, like, her and that other little old boy are, like, beacons, like, if you will. Like, they're, like, maybe there's another term that they use in the series, but they're the gateway to the interdimensional, whatever this rift in time-space is.
Speaking of Netflix, dude, they've been dropping the ball lately.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of the movies that they've been releasing have been just not good.
No, dude, they're just like a big platform that exists just based off of convenience and just... they don't have to really even, like, try anymore. They could just keep belting out stupid shit, but you're still going to watch it because it's a platform that you could have for $9. You're not going to not have Netflix and just... You have so much accessibility to just nothing.
Some of the movies have been fucking awful.
With no commercials.
But the fucking... Well, that might change soon, apparently. But, like, the TV shows have been great. Like, some of the anime's been fucking great. I don't know if you've seen Grappler Baki, but it's fucking wacky as
No,
shit.
I've never seen it.
It's like a martial arts type of thing. It's a season. It's actually like the third season of a show that started like in the early 2000s, but it stopped randomly, and because I guess animation studio couldn't get the funding, but some other studio picked up the rights, and now they're doing the shit, and it's like, it started out as like some underground fighting thing, where it's like they're all using
It looks
different
very
forms of martial
90s.
arts. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's like the art style changes every so often.
That's pretty sweet.
And just because the artist, like, his style is getting better and better or whatever. But anyway, it goes from like this underground fighting ring to like, oh, this kid is like one of the best fighters in the world, and he's like the son of some fucking guy who was so amazing at fighting. He fought an entire army. He fought the entire U.S. Army.
Just some silly shit.
Yeah, and beat him. It's like, fuck. You fucking serious? Like, come on.
Some stupid, shitty anime backstory.
Yeah, and so all these at around the same time, all these like different criminals, like the most dangerous fucking criminals in the world, are like, oh, I want to fight this kid. I want to go and see if he can actually kill me or whatever. So they all converge on Japan, and it's just like the most fucking out there kind of like criminal guys. And it starts off that way, like, and that's
Batman villains.
Like, yeah, basically. The Riddler. Oh, it's pretty good. I don't know, like Netflix anime's been fine. Their shows have been fine.
Umbrella Academy Season 2. Exciting. I thought that was actually pretty refreshing for a series. And they use time travel pretty well, in my opinion.
I've been wanting to see it because
it's very accurate use of anything that's already happened is already been, like, you know, anything that's happened has already happened, or anything that's going to happen is happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that whole paradox nonsense.
I like the comic. I haven't read it all the way. I've like read an issue or two.
Yeah.
But I know it's written by fucking dude from My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way.
Speaking of the comeback.
The comeback?
The comeback.
What are you talking about?
Oh, they're coming back.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. They're doing one show. And that shit's sold out in like 20 seconds. So if you go to like,
All
give a
early
scalpler.
2000s kids.
I can't talk. Get a scalpler.
A scalpler?
Fucking cut off someone's fucking scalp.
His scalpler? Giving scalps to get into a concert?
Fucking now I can't even say the word.
Scalper.
A scalper. A peddler, if you will. Not a pedophile. And buy a ticket for low cost of $200.
Yeah.
But be a responsible adult. See emo band that I love from my childhood. Ooh, I don't know, man.
Fuck it, dude. I'll just pay scalper shit.
I know. I kind of want to go. I'm not gonna lie. My Chemical Romance was like the first like good whiny band.
Yeah.
And like one of the first good whiny bands I liked. And
nothing you can say.
No matter if I
So long and good night. Yeah.
It was good. Welcome to the Black Parade.
When I was a young boy, my father slapped me on my titties.
I see the marching bands.
Yeah, all that shit, dude. Fall Out Boy.
Oof.
We're going down, down.
Dude, and then they just took this weird, like, turn with their comeback. But at least they came back and, like, released some shit. Like, at least
Dude, I'm coming right now.
I'm thinking of that front man.
Yeah.
Fuck, I fucking forgot his name.
PD, whatever. The fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Starts with a W. It's close enough, right?
It's Fall Out Boy. Who gives a shit.
I don't know. Like, I kind of tuned out on that entire era of music. My sister loves, like, well, imagine, and you gotta go.
Panic at the Disco?
Yeah.
Hey, my man has got some pipes, and I heard that he's going to do a metal project.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that, but I would probably be down for it.
Yeah.
I
don't mind it.
I feel like, damn, I fucking forgot his name, too. This is the podcast where we don't know anything about the things we reference.
So this is a podcast where we fumble for like 40 fucking minutes.
Hey,
trying to think of some shit from Stranger Things.
Comparing fucking the movie where Morgan Freeman is a fucking principal for his school. I thought that was a fucking...
I know that fucking movie.
I thought that was a Stephen King movie.
No.
I know it.
Fucking idiot.
And I forgot to bring that up, but yeah, no, I was way off. And for some reason in my head I thought you compared that to fucking Stranger Things, and I was just like, nope, I don't see it.
Oh my fucking lord.
Don't mind us, we do this late at night too.
Yeah. So we're out of it. I mean, we're up enough to talk, but so, some of the senses start to go.
Fucking killed me, dude.
Oh my fucking lord. Just that entire era of movies from like the late 80s, from like mid 80s to early 90s.
It's Patrick, that's it.
Patrick.
And,
oh yeah, Patrick once.
Oof. And I love it. I feel you. It was prime.
He thought it was Morgan Freeman.
Dude, what the fuck is the name?
He's the principal.
That movie.
I know what movie you're talking about.
Everyone fucking knows what movie I'm talking about, but I don't know why I was talking about it.
It started that whole like weird trend of movies where it's like the fucking
Lean on Me, dude.
Similar enough titles, I guess.
Oh,
By me, on me, all over me.
Not nice.
That movie started that whole weird trend of movies where it was like the teacher from like upper class or whatever comes down to a troubled neighborhood, and like they're in the school and they save these youths, and at the same time maybe they save her.
I care about these students.
I care about
That was
these
my best
students.
Morgan Freeman.
I care about these students.
You sound like you just tried to do Obama.
Shit, dude, am I racist?
Oh. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that, what was that one, Freedom Writers or some shit?
Yep, dude.
And it was like, I forget the actress's name, but she came down to the school and like, there was all these troubled kids and shit. And she came down and she helped them kids.
And then you remember that part where they got Anne Frank to go to the school?
Yeah.
It wasn't Anne Frank.
They got like a Holocaust survivor come down.
No, she was one of Anne Frank's boys, but she was explaining when,
I don't know why this is funny.
She was explaining the whole, the process, and that was a very emotionally charged scene. And you know what? It is actually a pretty good movie.
It's fine.
But you know what? They also didn't have to play it 400 fucking times when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
For no real reason.
Because
it didn't pertain to anything.
There was always that one fucking teacher in school where it's like everyone was fine. Most of the kids in my grade were doing like well for themselves.
Yeah.
All the you know, the kids who clearly did bad shit got bad grades and then they fucking left.
Yeah.
But like, most of us did fine. None of us needed saving from a terrible family or home life or whatever the fuck.
That's what everybody did.
The ghetto life.
Yeah.
The ghetto life. Come down.
School's got a bad rep. So
I'm gonna come down to that school and I'm gonna save them kids.
Even though Cass Tech and all those like higher up, like high schools are actually like pretty renowned and everything.
Yeah.
Even Cedar Sagas is pretty, like...
It got a lot better.
Yeah, I'll say that.
But yeah, it was like... There was one scene where they, like, taught her how to dance and shit. It's like slow motion of them giving her, like, a fucking do-rag and teaching her how to dance and shit. Hey, Mrs. G! She's like, hello, kids! Or I don't fucking know.
She was, like, dancing a fucking, like, Tupac, and... Yeah. This is how the kids will know I'm cool.
There was that one scene... Oh my god, I remember this scene because this dumb fucking teacher tried doing this shit at my school. She, like, played the... We had seen the movie, and it had come out, like, maybe a year or two before this. And, she tried doing that thing where, you know, in the movie, there's a scene where they're all standing in line. She was like, alright, anyone who's ever had somebody lose somebody to gun violence, take a step to the left, or... Anyone who's ever had, like, family members in a gang, take a step to the right, or some dumb shit. And this fucking teacher, mind you, the movie had only been out for, like, a couple of years by this point. So we all knew the fucking reference that she was trying to put on us.
But then she started reenacting the whole movie. You're just like, when is this gonna end?
Oh my god, we tortured that bitch.
They gotta walk in the fucking one of the elder like teachers in the school, and she plays the Anne Frank.
There was
How long is this gonna go on for?
Dude, it was so funny.
What's your name?
Everyone knew. Somebody even spoke up in the class. They were like, "Dude, we've seen this movie. Like, none of us we've never experienced that shit. Like, what? You can calm down. You're not gonna save us." Maybe if I save them, they'll save me too. That type of shit.
That's it.
And there was the dancing one. It was like the teacher was teaching them how to dance. It was a dancing school.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Is that Step Up?
I think so. And it was like the skinny guy.
Let's be honest. It could be any one of those movies.
The skinny guy was in love with like the fat girl. He was like, "No, man, I don't like fats." That's what he called her. He's like, "No, man, I'm not in love with her." And then they ended up getting together by the end of the movie and being really happy together or some shit.
Fucking all those like dance movies though. Let's talk about those dance movies. Let's see. Stomp the Yard, Step Up. This was kind of like one of the original ones, so I guess it's kind of forgivable. Save the Last Dance.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad.
Julia, what's her face?
Yeah. Julia, what's her face?
She's been in so many fucking... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, and I'm gonna censor this entire part out, but her entire movie thing has been like her and like society being mad at her. That's all of her movies.
I'm gonna fight the odds.
Yeah.
Like just like weird like shit like that. I know. Like, yep, that is. Some people find their typecasts.
She's that person. Like every time like Othello. Fucking. Was it Save the Last Dance?
Yep.
Fucking God. Julia something.
Was there ever like I think there was a second one later on?
I think so.
But we're just gonna throw it in the same little pot as bad. And what's the? Damn, I feel like I named. You Got Served.
Yeah.
That was another one that was just like, oof, what am I watching?
There's You Got Served, and it had like Omarion and shit.
Yep.
And Julia Stiles, that's her name.
Yeah, there you go. And that was the one where Chris Brown died in the first like 7 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you. He's not a good actor.
Yeah, he's not a good person either.
No.
He like threw a fucking rock at his mom's window, like a big ass rock. She like went to visit him at rehab.
Yeah.
And he like fucking threw a giant ass rock through her fucking window, through her windshield.
Again, we don't condone domestic disputes.
Yeah.
Words eventually.
Alright, I'm gonna look up Julia Stiles movies and see how many
exactly.
of these.
That's her name, fucking Julia Stiles.
10 Things I Hate About You is great. I still like that movie, honestly. Yeah, there was O.
Yeah.
It was like a modern retelling of Othello. You know, maybe I'm wrong about this. It's like two movies.
I think you took Say the Last Dance to a personal. Robert, did you get the point of the movie, dude? It was about dancing.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. I feel like I've seen like 10 of those movies with her as a kid. Like 10, 15 movies of her. And society being really mad.
Or maybe that was just like the scattered amount of times in your life that you were actually trying to sit down and watch that fucking movie. Because I've seen that movie a million times, but literally 10 minutes of it every time.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't tell you the lines verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
But I can probably still picture the movie in my head if I think hard enough.
Well, early 2000s shit. Was another.
Don't do drugs. My brain is lost.
Yeah, all of our brains. We're brains.
Your brains, my brains.
We're just sitting here. Cuts the camera, and it's us just as brains.
Fucking just like just float out of the fucking chair.
Disappear. It was part of that string of like early 2000s movies when they were trying to be like, well, we're edgy and we're artsy, and it would like
progressive.
Yeah. What was that one fucking horror movie that came out? The Faculty.
Oh,
they all had to do drugs to kill the alien, and it had Elijah Wood.
I should definitely remember this. The Faculty.
So fucking good. That's actually a really good movie, honestly.
Hold on, so let me see this. I had to see if I recognize anybody. No, I've never seen it.
Really?
No.
It's one of those like early 2000s movies that I feel like every kid saw, like Final Destination and.
The Final Destination for sure. I fucking actually kind of love those movies. I don't like the plot at all.
Yeah.
Like it just gets dicier and dicier every movie, and they keep bringing back like.
It's dumb.
Old boy, like giant gravekeeper boy.
Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman. Thank you.
He's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
I love that actor. I love him. I love Keith David. You know Keith David, right?
Keith David.
Remember the guy from The Thing? Black dude?
Yes.
And he also did Spawn. And he was also in They Live. He did the voice of Spawn in the HBO series.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. The guy who looks like...
His voice is so fucking awesome. And... yeah, he was in that. God damn. He was in They Live, too. It's like a whole thing. Anyway. Yeah.
he always looked very evil to me. He looks like a sinister fucking dude.
Who?
Keith, fucking...
Keith David?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he could play Satan as a role. Like, he just has that weird, like, fucking, like...
You ever seen Tales from the Hood?
Yep.
Love that fucking movie. I love it so much.
Fucking Tales from the Hood while drinking South... What is it?
No, you're thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the horror movie.
Oh, fuck. Wait. You said Tales from the Hood?
Yeah.
I've never... Wait.
I've never seen it?
I'm thinking of Don't Be a Menace.
Oh.
The higher I get, the more inaccurately I'm going to point out references.
Yeah.
It's going to be real good.
Dude, that movie's so fucking awesome. It's like Tales from the Crypt or some shit, or Creep Show, where it's like different stories of stuff.
Yeah, dude, I've never seen this before. When did this shit come out?
95.
Alright.
Yeah. And there's like some good shit. There's like a story, and it's all shit pertaining to...
So it's kind of bit-based?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different segments.
Okay.
It's like Creep Show, or like I said, Tales from the Crypt or some shit. And the wraparound story is like these guys go to like rob this fucking like funeral home or some shit. They go to like rob it, and they're all in there, whatever. And the caretaker there is like, how about I tell you boys some stories? And he's just, his voice is like, he's got that like higher end, like, oh, I'm wild. I'm, he's a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
I love it. And the entire thing is like him telling them these like weird fucked up stories and shit that's happened in the hood. And like people who have died and gone to that funeral home. And the one is like this kid whose entire thing is he's been being like abused and shit at home. But it turns out like the abuser actually is like a fucking monster, man.
Ooh.
He's like a monster, man. And he's got psychic powers. The kid does, but he can't really do shit about it. And there's a fucking part where, because like the teacher is like teaching him and shit, and he falls in love with the mom, and he goes there, and the abuser dad beats the shit out of him, or whatever, and he goes to beat the shit out of the kid next because he's already beaten the mom. He beats shit out of everyone. And then
everyone gets a smack, dude.
And then because the kid drew him on paper or whatever, because he has like a weird mental link with like drawing shit, he like crumbles up the paper and the dude like fucking crushes up, and then he dies. And it's fucking great. The effects in that story are so fucking good. Then there's another where this dude is basically setting up to be like the next like black revolutionary guy.
Yeah.
And cops fucking kill him. And one of his buds, I feel like this, because I haven't seen it in a while, I feel like the story is that he like ratted him out to the cops or some shit, and then like killed him or some shit, and he kept like trying to get the cops in trouble or whatever the fuck. It was like a third cop, and it was his buddy, and he was like trying to get them in trouble because he condoned this or some shit. Like he did something to where he allowed it to happen, pretty much. And the fucking guy comes back. He comes back as a zombie man.
Oh fuck!
And he like kills some of these cops like one by one. And the one guy he like pulls into, because a bunch of like the people in the neighborhood, like all these neighborhood people and shit, like did like this huge mural of him on a building.
Yeah.
And it's creepy as shit. And there's a scene where he takes the one fucking cop and he pulls him into the fucking painting, and the effect is gruesome as shit. And it's like old school, like fucking 80s effects type shit. And it looks
I love that
gross.
shit, man. The fucking special effects.
So awesome. It's such a good fucking... It's a great Halloween movie. Yeah, like, it's fucking great. And then the end turns out to be... Spoilers, by the way. The end turns out to be, like, these three guys that went here to rob the fucking funeral home. They're actually in hell. They actually got shot the fuck up. And they open up the caskets, and he was like, why don't you look in here? And he, like, opens up the fucking casket, and it's, like, the one dude laying in there. He's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? And they start shooting the guy up, and he,
Dude,
like...
This shit sounds wild.
And he, like, fucking takes off his jacket, and he gets, like, tentacle legs and shit. And then it, like, shifts over, and they're all in hell, like, fucking all tangled up and shit. It's wild. It's a great fucking movie. I think it's a really fun Halloween movie.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Fucking, I gotta watch that, and what else again? There was another like really dumb Halloween movie I like watching. Fucking Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
I like that dumb shit. It's like a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I put it in that category.
I was gonna say,
like,
not to derail you for a sec, but that movie, there's like 4 or 5 different fucking Tales from the Hoods that are completely unrelated. There's one that Snoop Dogg made.
Yeah.
Which is okay. It's fine. But
is it also like kind of like spoopy, or is it
it's a horror movie, but it's it's not that great. I'll just say that. And they made a sequel, and it's supposed to be like Tales from the Hood 2, and they made it just for Netflix. but it's fucking bad. It's awful. None of the stories actually happen in the hood. It's all just like racially charged stuff, which is a theme of like the first one, but it wasn't just racial injustice. That was like two of the really good stories on the first one.
Yeah.
But like the other story was like one of abuse. The other story was one of like what was the one that I just told?
The one you fuck.
You're fucking high, dude.
I spatted and spooted it.
I'm testing you, dude. No.
No, the one you were just describing. Fuck. Which one was it? You said you were talking about two of them though.
Oh yeah, the guy that got the Martin Luther King dude that got shot or whatever. That one was like highly like that one was racial, but it was also like a political thing as well. It wasn't, and it was all shit that happened in the hood.
What the fuck?
That's the fucking name of it.
Yeah.
The other one, the second one is just like some shit that happens in the South. The other one is like some shit that happens in like a at like a big rally or whatever. The other one is like some shit that happens in a really fancy like house. And the others, like, it's just none of it takes place in the fucking hood. It's just stupid.
So it was just like a bunch of weird like shock value shit.
Yeah. There was one story in the first one that didn't take place in the hood, and that's the one I'll give the exception to because I think that it was really good. It was like fucking... It was like a slave house or whatever, and somebody had like inherited it, and there was dolls and shit, like little Sambo dolls.
Yeah. That
they had like all over, and the it was like some fucking like rich dude that wouldn't get rid of any of this shit, and then they like came alive and fucking killed him.
Oh shit.
It's pretty good. It's fucking awesome. God. Yeah, anyway. What other movie were you gonna watch?
Fucking, what else? Oh yeah, we were just talking about, like, the shitty old, like, cult classic-y ones. Like, fucking... Anything Lovecraftian was, like, fucking lit and dumb, too.
Yeah.
Like, the old fucking, like, Dracula and, like, fucking... Creature from the Black Lagoon and, like,
That's not Lovecraftian, dude.
He's not?
No.
Creature from the Black Lagoon isn't Lovecraft?
No.
I could have swore he fucking was.
No.
What the fuck is Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Creature of the Black Lagoon is like, they go... It's like the old Universal horror movies, like Frankenstein and...
Oh shit, so those are the fucking old ones.
Yeah.
I'm referring to. Not Lovecraft, then.
Lovecraft is like... It's like Cthulhu shit.
Yeah.
It's like Evil Dead and...
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. Creature of the Black Lagoon. It's like the first scary movie that I saw as like a 4-year-old.
Resonated in my head. Yeah, exactly. Like, you saw it and you're just like, ah! Like, it, like, genuinely scared you as a kid.
It's a spooky fish man.
Because it was just, like, really just dumb looking. I just love, like, old, practical, dumb effects. I would love to, like, just go to, like, school for that or something. Just, like, to do special effects. Something about it, like... And I know it's a useless skill.
Yeah.
But it'd be so sweet.
The Thing, dude.
Just something, like, rough like that, too. Just make something look like... Make want to vomit.
Yeah.
Make this giant tentacle thing come out of a fake dog.
I like that type of shit. Like, I don't mind gory stuff here and there. But I love the cheesy, like, monster effects. And
yep. Really just, like, his face is melting.
Yeah, like the Blob.
Yeah. Like, really just, like, waxy, underdone but overdone, just shitty effects. You can do anything with CGI. CGI is so lame. And people don't even use real blood anymore. And then it's just like,
yeah.
Dilutes it a little bit.
Well, we're at about an hour.
Oh, damn, are we?
Yeah. So, I think this is a good cap-off point. I think we did a good job here, aside from fumbling here and there, but...
Yeah, Yeah,
This was-
inaccurate references.
Yeah. So that was Spooki Boiz.
Feeling spooky.
Feeling spooky. We're spooky. We're kooky. We're goopy. Especially goopy.
Catchphrase.
We're coming on each other now.
No!
Dude, we fucking... I mean, we delved into some porn stuff. We delved into...
This isn't gonna be a fucking segue into, well, I guess we gotta come on each other. So we're gonna end it on here. Goodbye,